Hey everybody, and welcome back to that Eurovision site, Eurovision with a Slice of Life. I'm Shiloh, and today I will be reacting to the 10 competing songs in semifinal 1 of Festival de Canção 2025. Now, my interaction with Festival de Canção previously has been pretty minimal, but I do always love what they send. Portugal. Many of my favorite Eurovision songs have been from Portugal. Grito, Saudade, Saudade, Se Há Mar Que Nos Separa. Like, it's just good. And Festival de Canção is a national final format that has, especially in recent years, really just produced some awesome composition and great vocalists as well. So I'm so excited to see what they have for us today. So to start with, we have Sobre Nós. Sobre Nós? I don't know how Portuguese works, by Do Nothin. I like this instrumental a lot. I like the piano. I like this kind of country drum beat here. Okay, got some electric guitar action. This is very simple composition, but I think it's working. It's working for me. I like it. It's groovy. It's groovy. It is pretty simple. It's quite repetitive, especially vocally. And the composition is very sort of, I wouldn't say stripped back, but it is simple. There's nothing fancy going on, but I think that it stands on its own merit that way. Like, it's not trying to get my attention with big effects or like a big show. It's just a song. It's just a groovy sort of song. I liked that. Way to go. Next song is by Bluay, and this song is called Ninguém. This one's angsty. I don't love his voice. I will say I don't love his voice. Okay, back in vocal action. This is also very simple, but it's not annoyingly simple. Because sometimes you get simple songs and it's like, oh, you put no effort in. This song is simple, but it's intentionally so. It's funny watching that with the lyrics because it's just the letter E when he says E. Spoken section, all right. Not my favorite, but if you can make it work, make it work. Oh, and that's how we're ending the song. All right. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not crazy about ending a song like on a spoken word section like that, especially that one was a bit lengthy, but again, the simplicity of it is so like intentional and well crafted that while this isn't gonna be, you know, my favorite at all, like it would still be a good choice. It would still be a good choice. Up next, we have Lisboa by Capital da Bulgária. This is a song that Daniel here at that Eurovision site has gone absolutely feral for. So I am excited to listen to it because I'm sure it will be good. Ooh, echoey, slightly untuned piano. Good, fun. It's so quiet, it's so soft. It's so quiet, it's so soft and tender. Okay, we have a little more electronic music action. I can see why Daniel likes this. There's a Venn diagram between this and like Maro, and the thing that's in the middle of that Venn diagram is just like things Daniel likes. And also things I like. I like Maro. I want to learn this song. I want to sing this song. This might not be a song I want to listen to all the time, but this does sound like the kind of song I would want to sing all the time around the house. Yeah, that was quite nice. That was quite nice. It's so pretty, it's so soft, and it's about... My knowledge of Portuguese is limited to, I know a little bit of Spanish, and if I stare at Portuguese long enough, I can see the parts that are like Spanish. So I don't really know what this is about, but it does feel a little bit like it's about home. It's about the place that you call home. That's the vibe I'm getting, and that's nice. It's very like comforting, gentle sort of song. It's very pretty. I'm not sure what this would look like as a live performance. I imagine there would be a lot of like LED light show work, while also keeping the focus very much on her, like just sort of, she's just standing there singing, everything else is happening around her, but she's locked in, she's in the zone, she's in her own little world. And that can be really effective. So, yeah, good. We're on a good streak. Next is the song Calafrio by Jéssica Pina. This is jazzy. Is this bossa nova influence? I don't know enough about bossa nova to confidently say it sounds like bossa nova, but I think it does. This instrumental does make me want to move, though. This is extremely jazz. I like this. We got some syncopation, we got some harmonies, we have maybe a saxophone. This is fun. This repeating bit, I'm curious as to how they'll elaborate on it in a live performance. Like, what kind of changes are they gonna make to the way she's performing, to the staging, that makes it seem different from time to time. That was nice. That did feel very Portuguese. That felt, I mean, all these songs have felt pretty Portuguese, but this one felt so Portuguese. And this is what I love about Festival da Canção, right? Is that, like, they don't, from what I've heard, which is admittedly not very much, but I don't think they really make a lot of sacrifices in terms of, like, trying to be marketable. It's really about, you know, we're going to show our culture. We're going to show what we're about. And that's great. And it's just pretty. It's pretty, and it's groovy. It's groovy. That's very silly. All right, moving on. This next song is called Tristeza. It's by some guy called Josh. That's just his name. His name's Josh. I mean, I'm sure his actual name is not Josh, but anyway, Tristeza by Josh. It's giving Nulliverse from Benidorm. It's maybe a little reductive. This is like a wind effect we're getting here. Okay. Rhythmic strings. Things I like. I love Portugal. Portugal, I love you. Oh, and we've got some real vocal power here. I was wondering when that was really going to show up. Cinematic moment. All right. This, I think, has the most lush instrumental out of all of the songs I've listened to so far. This is, what, the 5th, 6th song? And because this is Portugal, I have faith that he'll be able to riff like that live, because that's just what we expect from Festival da Canção at this point. Yeah, all right, that was good. It got a bit showier at the end, but it didn't get showy in a way that was really jarring. The sort of build from that very simple, soft, quiet beginning into the big cinematic ending. It felt like such a natural progression, such a smooth, you know, understandable progression. And that was so nice. It just flowed so well. Oh, this is so nice. These are all good songs. Is there gonna be a bad song here at all? I think there might not be. So this next song is by Marco Rodrigues, and it is called Minha, Casa. At my house? Is that what that means? At my house? In my house? Let's hear about his house, huh? This has a very vintage feel to it. It doesn't feel quite as timeless as the others. It feels like it belongs in a different time. But that's not bad. It's just different. This could have gone to Eurovision at any point in the last 30 years, and it would have been good at Eurovision at any point in the last 30 years. We've got some percussion, we've got a little more precision, a little more action here in the instrumental. We're building tension. Yeah, that's definitely a song with a bit of an older feel, which makes me question, you know, is it right for Eurovision? Is it right for Eurovision now? Is this like the strategic choice that Portugal wants to be making in terms of its like Eurovision numbers, its stats? And I know that that's not really what it's about for Portugal. It's about the art. And in terms of the art, this is a nice song. It's a nice song. It just has a different kind of timeliness, a different kind of temporality than a lot of the other songs that I've heard. Because there are some of the songs I've heard already that feel really quite modern, and there are other songs that feel just sort of like timeless in the sense that you make songs with those sorts of elements, even if the specifics of the instruments, you know, are different. But that was sort of like this would have been like the best 90s ballad, or the only serious song in the 2000s, or like something that non-qualified in the 2010s that everybody was obsessed with anyway. Like, it could easily have been any of those. And that makes me sort of wonder, like, how would it do in the 2020s era of Eurovision? Like, what would this be like? But it was good. It was emotive. It was good. It was emotive. It was nice. Okay, so up next we have Eu Sei Que o Amor by Margarida Campelo. Okay, this is very R&B, I think. Guy who doesn't know anything about musical genres, this is very R&B. Or just jazz. It can also just be jazz. This strikes me as very intelligent music. Just because of the way the chords are progressing, it's like, this is very smart music. It's very intelligent music. Her voice is doing something weird here. You know, while I've come to like jazz a good bit over the past couple of years, my taste in jazz is really more like Ella Fitzgerald, Tin Pan Alley, like It's a Pity to Say Goodnight, and so on and so forth, rather than that. It's such smart music. Frankly, it goes right over my head, because I don't know enough about music to really be able to like be on the level of whatever she's doing. It's very intelligent music, and I think like that's the primary problem I'm having with it. As a, you know, when I watch these, I'm not like just talking about like artistic merit or how much I like them or whatever. I'm also sort of thinking ahead, thinking practically about like, well, if this went to Eurovision, what would happen? I think if that went to Eurovision, it would go straight over people's heads, and everybody would be like, what's going on? This isn't for me. She's not making this for me. And that doesn't take away from the fact that it's very intelligent. It's because it's very intelligent, and it being intelligent doesn't take away from the fact that it's good. It's just a different kind of good than what I, per se, am looking for when I sit down to watch these, or when I sit down to listen to music personally, even. I don't want to, when I listen to music, I don't want to feel like my brain is working quite so hard. I have, like, reading books for that. This next song is by Peculiar, and it's called Adamastor. Ooh, we're in minor. We've got really low vocals. Ooh. We're turning up our volume here. I'm locked in. I want to know what's gonna happen. The bell. Okay. Not where I thought that was gonna go, but still cool. Oh, that opening. This is summoning the devil music, and I'm so fucking here for it. Sorry for swearing. I don't know how these effects are gonna work live, these vocal effects. Is this evoking, like religious chanting? There's all these different musical moods happening, and they're all slotting together very nicely. Oh, people. Ah! Oh, that was so good! What? I think, you know, this song brings the drama, and I think this is the level of drama that I think is necessary for a televote semifinal at Eurovision. I think that if you're just thinking about Festival de Canção that way, which you don't have to, because again, that's not really what it's for, that's the one. Send this one. Portugal. But I mean, even beyond that, oh, it's just so like it hooks you. It hooked me. I was being like put along, like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? That intro is just oh, it's so juicy. It's so juicy and like evil. Oh, I love it. Oh, and I still have to watch 2 more songs. Oh. So, the next song is Voltas by Rita Sampaio. This intro also has me curious about what's about to happen. These effects are also giving demon summoning music just a little, but in a very different way. The staccato way this phrase ends makes me think that this is a song that would be popular with, like, the youths, in a way. Some echoey vocal effects here. What was that? Yeah, there's something really weird going on here in the instrumental. There's so many effects. It's really kind of a distracting amount of effects, and some of them are used over and over and over, and so you almost get used to them, and some of them just kind of like come out of nowhere, and I'm like, wait, what? But it was pretty. I mean, she has a nice voice. But I will say I don't think that's that's not quite as up there. And maybe it's just because it followed on one that I really, really enjoyed. And so maybe like I'm just like I just listened to it at the wrong time and I'll have to go and listen to it later and I'll like it more then. But I'm less impressed, I'll say. And finally, last song for today is Ay Senhor by Xico Gaiato. This is bringing drama. Oh, I love these drums. I don't know how to describe what I'm hearing. Rainstick? Rainstick! Oh, these drums. These drums are so good. We've got a keyboard now. We're really picking up the drama here. Yeah, this is another one, you know, bring in the drama. Bring in the drama with that, like, that's good, and the drums, and just the way the instrumental builds. We have that sort of cinematic thing going at the end, again, where it's like, oh, this is like, it's like giving film score a little bit. Giving film score a little bit. But, like, in a good way, Oh my God, like overall, can I just say, like, I love Portugal. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's not about the show, it's about the craft. You know, it's telling that the first thing that we hear about Festival de Canção every year is not the singers, it's the songwriters. This is first and foremost like a songwriting thing, and the songs are always so, you know, original and captivating and enthralling. And frankly, this, along the national final season that we've had so far, like, that, truly, hand to God, there's not a bad song in there. There's songs that I like more than others, but there's not a bad song in there. Pack your bags, guys. We're going to Lisbon. There's nothing to be done about it. Portugal. I love Portugal. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you liked it, if you agree with my opinions, you can leave a like on this video for me. You can leave me a comment. You can subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one, including more Festival de Canção reactions and more reactions from me, and also some discussions and some interviews and some other cool stuff. You can also head over to our website, www.thateurovisionsite.com, for all the latest news, interviews, editorials, rankings, and more. Our website is on socials at That Eurosite. We are on most places at this point, so a great place to get an overview of the news if you'd like it. We also live tweet or live post national finals sometimes, so that is pretty cool. We have a podcast as well through the website. You can find it on the website on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. It is called That Eurovision Podcasts, or you can find at That Euro Podcasts on most socials, although not all of them. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and go Portugal!